Alright, this is sort of the next project I'm got. Right now I'm working on replacing this spark plug cable. As you can see, it is pretty bad shape. Something's eaten all the insulation off of it. I pulled the cap as the coil comes out here. I pulled this off to get the other end of it out. This has had a repair there. That's the impromptu key sticking out. A couple cracks. No muffler. The rest of it's in pretty good shape. There's the data plate. This is a Type LA engine, 2.5 horse, and a National Harvester. So this is that top cover. Series AH Wyco high tension magneto. And you gotta be very careful. You break something like this. Good luck finding a replacement. I've unscrewed this a little bit, gotten this loose. Little contact inside. I was hoping that I can pull or push the piece that's stuck in here out. I don't know if it's got a connection end or not. Okay, so that was not very fruitful. That piece is molded in the plastic, so it's not going to come out. Alright, I'm going to clean this little contact. This is a 2000 grit sandpaper. You don't want to do a whole lot to it, just want to get pretty much all the corrosion off of it. Remember, whenever you're working on stuff like this, less is best. The least you can do to it, the better. This is one of the things you risk whenever you're doing stuff like that. I'm going to have to come up with a replacement. That's a lock washer that broke in two. So I'm going to have to round me up a micro size lock washer to replace that. But let's see if we can get this piece out using a pick. Managed to get it out, and it is an end cap, but it's like a really small one. You can see the old wire material there. This is the old spark cable. It just has a straight in. I'm going to replace it with a chunk of this. I still got a bunch of this Street Fire MSD cable. It's a little bigger. This stuff is probably 6mm or probably 1/4 inch. And this is 7.5, so it's a little bit bigger, a little bit chunkier. But basically I'm going to trim that back, put the core wire over, and then squish that back on. Side that's already stripped. So the little piece of wire just get folded over, and then that'll be mounted on it. Now, I don't want to bend this stuff out too much because it is brittle. Brass will get brittle with age. So bend it out just a little bit. Pull this junk out. Clean this up with the wire brush a little bit. Alright, see if I can get this where you can see it. It's got a couple little spikes on either side, and then there's one down here in the center. Alright, so I trimmed it, and that way it'll have enough room to go in. Or I'm going to wait to shove it in, but basically that's it. On the other end, this we're just gonna pry this apart a little bit. So I pried that other end open so I can clean it. This is the part that when you're working on a project no one ever talks about. All the little stuff. There's the other end cap. I don't know if it can show up. Another little spike there. Basically we're just going to fold that over. Stick that in there and then crimp this back, sides back. Alright, so some precision plier work and it's pretty much replaced.